What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Brandon. In my last video, I talked about how I personally believe that we are going into a recession. One of the best ways, in my opinion, to prepare and to mitigate for a time like this is to do whatever we can to earn some extra income, to get a little side hustle going, or ideally to have some passive income coming in the door. Passive income is defined on Google as a type of income that is acquired automatically with minimal labor to earn or maintain. A question that pops into my mind is YouTube a passive income source? We hear that all the time thrown around. I'll tell you, YouTube does not require minimum effort, and there's a lot of active work that goes in. I'd kind of call it a hybrid, but today we're gonna go over 3 creative ways that you can start earning passive income right away. I'd encourage you that if you have any ideas, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. Just understand that when it does come to earning passive income, there is often a requirement up front, either in the form of time, in the form of energy, or in the form of money. Nevertheless, I hope some of these ideas can help put you on the right track. Idea number 1 is consider renting something out that you already have to help you generate passive income. Do you have a spare bedroom or basement in your house that's basically sitting there doing absolutely nothing for you? I do totally understand that we all want our privacy, and it can sometimes suck to have someone else, a stranger, living in our home. But if that's gonna help us generate an extra $500, $600, $1,000 a month, that is completely passive, and especially during a time of recession, that can really come to help. Maybe you could even consider housing a homestay or a student through the various programs that are offered in your area. Pretty much through my entire upbringing, my mom always had a number of students in the house. There was at least 1 or 2, and that extra income that she got was awesome. And for us growing up, I've met some of my best friends. Like, to this day, I would consider my brothers because they were students. It's a win-win all around, assuming of course it's something that you're wanting to do. Well, what if you're somebody right now who's thinking, well, I don't own a house, what else can I rent out? Get creative with it. Just last year, I went out and bought a very nice road bike. I thought I was gonna be zipping around all over the city. The first time that I got on the bike, literally on the test drive, like right outside the store, because you're clipped in, I pulled up at a stop, thought I had it all handled, and I literally tipped over and fell in front of everybody. I've fallen twice on that bike because of the whole clippy shoes thing, which I'm very not comfortable with. Since those days, I have been scarred from using the bike. Like, I do not want to drive it until I change the pedals. And especially living where I live, in Richmond, British Columbia, I just personally don't feel comfortable biking around on the streets. That's just a personal thing. Nevertheless, my bike has been sitting in my garage for over a year doing absolutely nothing. With the summer coming up, I don't think it would be that hard at all to go onto some postings online, maybe Craigslist, maybe a Facebook group, especially when you consider the price of gas these days. I think that there would absolutely be takers out there who may want to actually rent the bike, maybe $50 a month, maybe $75 a month, at least for the summertime. For something that's in my house that's not being used, I think I can actually leverage that to make passive income. This concept could be used with maybe an old piece of technology that you don't use as well. Let's say an iPhone that's kind of like your backup that you just have there, maybe an old computer. There may be people out there that are willing to actually borrow or rent those from you, assuming you can vet them and you feel that they'd be trusted to do so. But nevertheless, I'm just trying to think creatively. What are some ways we can make passive income? There is definitely something in your house that you can rent out if you look hard enough. Number 2 is the most easiest and obvious one, in my opinion, maybe a little bit biased on this channel, but it is generating passive income through investments. Certain investments that you can buy literally will spin you off passive income, whether that be in the form of dividends, whether that be in the form of interest. You take your money, you buy an asset, and it will spin you off passive income. I actually just did a video that's doing very well on the channel that you guys are loving, talking about high income ETFs. Those ones spin off some outstanding yields. And just to run through some numbers, let's assume you had $50,000 laying around. The unfortunate thing that I would say about this method is that it does often require some money up front to make meaningful amounts. If you're gonna go out and buy an investment with $100 or $1,000, the amount of income that you receive may feel very insignificant to you, at least for now. But if you are sitting on a good pile of cash, let's just say $50,000. If, for example, you were to buy an investment with a 7% yield or a 7% dividend, that would generate you about $3,500 per year in passive income for doing absolutely nothing. That comes out to about $291 per month. What's great about this option is that it is literally the fastest and easiest way to earn passive income when you compare that up against something like real estate, where you may need to save for a down payment for years and manage tenants, all the stuff that goes into it. You can literally open up a brokerage account using your phone, using your desktop, pop some money in, buy some good investments, and start earning passive income. Now, number 3 may be looked at as a bit of a stretch, but to me, this is the fun and exciting one of this video. It's starting a small automated side hustle and leveraging children. This is like an arbitrage type system if you ask me, but leveraging children to do the work for you. And I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but I'm just thinking, kind of get the brain churning. This will require some upfront work, maybe some marketing, maybe assembling a little bit of a team. But an idea that I could throw out to you is that in your local neighborhood, maybe you set up a service that takes the local dogs out for a walk and you charge $20 for a walk and you're able to secure 5 dogs. That's $100 in revenue that you'd be collecting. You may be thinking at this point that doesn't sound like passive income. That sounds like active income, going out and walking all these dogs all day long. You'd be absolutely correct, but here's where my idea comes in. You leverage the children in your life, maybe a little cousin, maybe a little brother or sister, somebody who wants to go out and start getting their entrepreneurial journey on the way. They're looking for any type of experience you have. You have them go out and walk the dogs. You subcontract them out, and let's say you pay them $50 a day. I don't really see what could go wrong having a little kid walking dogs, but again, this is just an example. But nevertheless, you have them do the work for you, and you just collect passive income along the way. Another example of this concept would be leveraging and using affiliates and referral programs to help make you some passive income. There are so many companies out there that offer amazing rewards when you refer a friend or a family member. I take the Neo cashback card, which is not sponsored by this video, but one that we have been talking about the channel, which is an amazing cashback credit card. Every time you refer a friend, this goes for me, this goes for you, you earn a $50 sign up simply for getting them to sign up for the card. Now let's expand on this example, and let's say you go down to a local college or university, you find a couple of first-year marketing students or some interns who want to essentially build up their resume and get some good work experience. You get them to go out and promote these referrals for you. They go downtown, they hand out flyers, they drive 10, 15, 20 signups, and per signup you pay them X amount. Maybe it's $25, maybe it's $30. If they're very, very smart, well, maybe I should say this. If they're not dumb, they may catch on and say, well, why don't I just do this myself? But with the proper positioning and with the proper people, it's a possibility that they'd go out and happily do that just to get some work experience under their belt. You could be sitting back at home watching TV and have these people generating referrals for you. Again, I'm just throwing out ideas here because I think the point of this video is to just spur some creativity. Passive income is not as easy as they make it seem on the internet, and it definitely requires a lot of upfront work. But especially during a time like recession, it can be very worth it in your spare time to start experimenting with these ideas. Go out and try something, put the work up front, because once you do get these forms of passive income established, they can be very, very, very attractive to you. If you guys enjoyed today's quick video, do not hesitate to leave a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And as always, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.